Day 5, Radio Free Skaro, Fluid Links Advent Calendar. Nottingham TARDIS asks, which classic story do you love but feel suffered from poor direction and or production? Would you most like to see remade with modern production values and or direction? Ooh, good. Well, 26 years of Doctor Who.
So much of season 17 just leaps to mind, or even 15, like Underworld. Underworld's always at the top of my list. But even beyond that, like, who wouldn't want to see like the Invasion of Time remade so it actually looked good, or Creature from the Pit?
I want foil.
Yeah, I do. I kind of like the foil. I like Underworld because it looks bad, because of the obstacles they had to overcome to make that show. That's kind of what half my liking of that whole story is, just because
that's the
lesson they tried, you know?
Yeah. That's me and Doctor Who. Half the reason I watch this show is because it looks like crap. I love that it looks like crap. It has the coorots to look like crap.
Would you want to see a remount, Warren, of The Invisible Enemy, perhaps?
I was thinking about that. That would be my one example, but I love the writing of Invisible Enemy. I love the dialogue of Invisible Enemy. I like the idea of Invisible Enemy. I mean, yeah, you could make it. How much better are you going to make it, really? How much better do you ever make it by adding new effects and all the rest of it? Like, not to slag the cool stuff that the guys on the DVD restoration team do, but having said that, I'm always going to go back to the old effects. I'll watch what they've done and appreciate their work, and then I'll go back to the old stuff. So,
after not that long ago, watching Kinda.
I was going to go to Kinda.
Know, old Snake versus new Snake. Like, the new Snake's been done. It looks really, really good relative to the original prop. But even beyond that, I mean, just the forest in the studio and the costumes and the even the cheesiness of the wind chimes or the TSS, or, you know, that's a story that could definitely be a candidate.
Go right on, like, go to Ealing Film Studio and shoot on the forest set there or something. Yeah, because that's the dome set's fine because it's supposed to be like kind of artificial and everything, and the acting is superb. I mean, Samuel Rouse's Kindle is just amazing. I wouldn't change a lick of that. Peter Grimwade's a great director, but those exterior scenes, it's just like they're just a studio. It's just a studio set. The lighting doesn't look like sunlight. There's you can see the studio floor on every shot through the smattering of leaves. Yeah.
Or to take it a step further, speaking of Grimwade, who wrote Time Flight and was maybe going to direct it and then didn't,
right?
But had in his mind how to do it to make it look good.
Yeah.
Same with Time Lash then, because Time Lash looks just terrible. And
it's, you know what? It's funny. We might have said this before, but Time Lash is very much a Stephen Moffat / RTD celebrity historical 20 years before its time, because they meet H.G. Wells and they include references to all his works. Like, you look at Time Lash, and that could be like a classic series version of Unicorn and the Wasp or The Unquiet Dead or anything like that, except it's floodlit and looks terrible and covered in tinsel, you know?
There's elements that could work. Actually, Vengeance on Varos is a perfect example. Vengeance on Varos is a cool idea that is just let down by the sets. So that's what, and the directing.
It's so artificial, yeah. I often think about what would happen if only that the Dalek mania kicked around for another few months and they actually did pick up the option on the third Dalek movie, which would have been a movie version of The Chase, which would, like, you know,
because those movies look great. They look, especially the second one. They look fantastic.
Truncate The Chase into like an hour and a half movie, and I imagine the silliness would still be there, but it would be in color, and there'd be like Roy Cast, or maybe there would be not Roy Cast, maybe Bernard Cribbins or somebody else. Maybe John Cleese in a young starring role would be playing the young police detective or whoever was in it at that time.
And Dalek Invasion of Earth, the serial is not like, it's pretty serious as I remember it, but the movie is kind of goofy and it somehow works. I'm not sure how they pull it off, but they do.
They do. The Chase would be even goofier, I think, but it would look so much better. And so I would like to see that one made as a movie with 60s Dalek props and 60s everything, basically. Kind of like that Ewan McGregor movie where they sing stuff and it's from the 1960s.
Down with Love, except with Daleks.
Moulin Rouge?
No, Down with Love with Daleks,
Down with
as
Love.
Warren
I
said.
just watched that the other day for the first time, actually.
Really?
Moulin Rouge?
Yeah.
I am not a fan of Baz Luhrmann's
don't-
extravagant
no,
nonsense. It
don't
gets
do
on my
that.
nerves.
No, we're talking Down with Love, not
all right.
Moulin Rouge.
Yeah.
Okay, good. 'Cause Down with Love, I actually quite like.
No singing, though. I want to state for no singing Daleks in this version of The Chase.
How about something perceived as good,
Oh, okay.
but kicked up another notch or two? So let's take our perennial favorite, Caves of Androzani.
I like that story.
No, it's perfect
What
as
could
is.
what could we do with that? Like,
Well, the monster.
like the cave system, maybe the magma beast.
The Magma Beast for sure. The cave system is fine. Like, it's so claustrophobic that it just works, as far as I'm concerned. And it's mostly about Sharazjek being crazy anyway. So
Let's go in another direction, right? All right. Let's think of Spearhead from Space, except in studio, as it was supposed to be before there was the strike, and so we get to see multicam videotape version of Spearhead from Space.
I almost don't want that
I don't
because
know if
it's
I
the only
want
one that is filmed.
I know. Technically, it's less impressive, but then you're also thinking videotape, man.
So basically, you want it to be consistent. It's
Yeah.
just you want completionism.
It's such a tease. It's such a tease.
Well, theoretically, you
Spearhead
could
from Space.
vid-fire it, right? If you vid-fired it, then it would be
it's not-
almost like the same.
Not the same. You got to shoot it different ways. You can't just put videotape effect on something
I
that's
know,
single
I know.
camera shot. You got to have it.
It was
multicam.
lit differently too. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's lots of options, basically. I do like the idea of making something worse to make it better, kind of like Hey Jude.
I would also love to see if we're going to throw in a new Doctor Who. I'd love to see just one. And I've said it before, just one multicam new Doctor Who.
I would. Oh, I want Midnight as a multicam drama live.
Yeah, Midnight would be the best candidate. Actually,
Maybe not live,
You're right.
but yeah, Midnight would be perfect as multi-camera in studio on videotape. On videotape, we have decided.